Welcome to Pages of the Multiverse, where every universe has a story. Here, we dive into the hidden corners of Marvel and DC Comics, exploring alternate realities, forgotten timelines, and the countless versions of your favorite heroes and villains. In this video, we will dive into the reimagined story of Superman's origins from the Earth 1 series. Superman, the best-known comic book symbol of hope, liberty, and freedom, and is well known around the world among not only comic book readers but to every man, woman, and child knows the history of the Man of Steel. But on Earth 1, in a different retelling of his origins, this version is not the Superman you know. Earth 1 is an alternate reality, previously only glimpsed in Trinity issue 52, but Clark Kent first appeared in Earth 1 issue 1. Distinct from the turmoil of DC's flagship timeline, Earth 1 was a chance for writers to create new modern stories of their flagship characters. Superman is no god among men here. He is Clark Kent, youthful, insecure, and a soft-spoken boy from Kansas who had powers he couldn't comprehend and questions he was unable to answer, while still trying to find his place in the world. The story begins as we see a young Clark Kent boarding a train headed for Metropolis. Clark determines that Metropolis and its towering skyscrapers and boundless opportunity are as good a place as any to begin. After getting settled into his hotel room, Clark hits the town for some nocturnal exploring. Walking through an alleyway, Clark is confronted by a mugger. Knowing that he can't get hurt, Clark activates his heat vision on the mugger's weapon, singeing his hand. The mugger threatens to kill Clark, but he had already left the scene. While he is in Metropolis, Clark attempts everything in his efforts to determine his purpose in life and a function for his powers. At the Metropolis Stadium, Clark tries out for their football team. Their coach is not particularly confident in Clark because he is significantly shorter than all of those around him. Yet in the tryouts, Clark showcases his strength and speed, leading the coach to seek out a contract. Clark was not interested at the time. Next, Clark attends an interview for a science researcher position. He impresses the interview by solving a long-standing company science team mystery that had frustrated its scientists for years. One evening, Clark calls his mother in Smallville. He reports that he's had several job offers and that his earnings can ensure that she has a comfortable life. True to her nature, Martha insists she doesn't need anything from him but that he should do what would make him happy. Clark sees a Daily Planet newspaper vending machine the following day. Following his reading of the article, he feels a newfound sense of direction. At the Daily Planet, Clark has an interview with Perry White, where he first sees Lois Lane. Perry has read Clark's writing and believes he has talent, but his articles are short on passion. Something is holding him back. Perry states that because of fierce competition and the proliferation of electronic media, Clark has a slim hope. The only proposal Perry can make is to attempt once more some other time. Disheartened, Clark returns to Smallville to sit at his father's grave. He confides that even with his abilities, he has no idea how to grow into the man Jonathan thought he was capable of being. A flashback showing Jonathan giving Clark the clothes he arrived to Earth in and a piece of his rocket. Jonathan reminds Clark that his powers can enable him to do some real good in the world. In the present time, Clark is concerned about what would happen if he were to make his identity known. His fear is that he would have to go into hiding and leave Martha. But he assures his father he'll do his best not to disappoint him. Back in Metropolis, Clark returns to his hotel to find emergency crews outside and smoke pouring from his room. Using his super speed, he dashes past the firefighters on the stairs and discovers the cause, a white-hot fragment from his spaceship. Grabbing it, along with his Superman suit, the only item spared from the fire, he bursts out of the building. While airborne, Clark analyzes the debris. Using his X-ray vision to investigate, he finds the metal reacting to his DNA. It connects with his mind, triggering a massive transfer of information that overwhelms him. Clark crashes back to Earth. As he lies unconscious, an alien spacecraft and a fleet of fighters descend on Metropolis. The Air Force responds, but Earth's defenses are no match. Cities around the world begin to fall, and hope begins to fade. Still unconscious, Clark receives a transmission from the ship that brought him to Earth, now held by the US government. It downloads memories from his infancy. He sees his parents and the sacrifice they made to save him. Just as they launch his escape pod, his mother begins to voice a fear. What if he's being followed? But she is abruptly cut off. The ship breaks free of Krypton as the planet explodes behind it. Clark wakes from the vision and spots the alien mothership. Now fully alert, he watches as the alien army deploys ground forces. Their leader, Commander Tyrell, broadcasts a message to the world. He's spent 2 decades searching for someone, and will destroy Earth to find them. The death toll, he says, should provoke his target to reveal himself. From a rooftop, Clark watches the chaos unfold. He sees robotic soldiers closing in on human troops, with Lois Lane and Jimmy Olsen nearby documenting the scene. In a flash, Clark intervenes, destroying the machines with ease. Lois asks Jimmy if he got the shot. The photo reveals only a red blur. Clark takes a piece of alien tech to a lab where he had once interviewed, hoping for answers. But the staff are evacuating, no help is available. He recalls a memory of Jonathan Kent reminding him that everyone has a purpose in life. Jonathan tells him that one day, his powers will lead him to a choice, whether to use them or not. As another robot targets Jimmy, Clark knows what he must do. He zooms in, destroys the robot, and continues dismantling others. His actions finally draw Tyrell's attention. He has finally found his target and prepares to confront him. Clark flies back to the rooftop where he left the costume Martha made for him. He puts on the suit, feeling the weight of what it represents. In that moment, Superman is born. He takes a breath, steadies himself, and launches into the skies above the city, ready to face what's coming. Flying into battle, Superman takes on more of the invading machines, using not just his strength, but anything he can find as a weapon. He also uses his flight to support the Air Force, helping them engage the alien fighter craft swarming the skies. Amid the chaos, Superman spots Tyrell aboard one of the ships. Without hesitation, he charges in, but with little experience fighting other alien beings, he's caught off guard. Tyrell lands a devastating punch that sends him hurtling away. Regaining control mid-air, Superman slams into Tyrell, crashing through the ground and into an underground train station. Their battle rages with brutal intensity. Blow after blow, it becomes clear, Tyrell holds the upper hand. During the clash, Tyrell reveals the truth. Krypton didn't just explode, it was destroyed. And he was the one who did it. Their worlds had been at war, and Tyrell ensured Krypton's end. As the revelation sinks in, Tyrell's ships begin drilling into multiple locations across Earth. Superman demands he stop, but before he can act, Tyrell's ship fires a powerful drilling beam, pinning him to the ground. Powerless, Superman is moments from defeat, until Lois and Jimmy come racing in with a truck. Driving straight into the beam's path, they toss him a chain. Grabbing hold, they pull him to safety. Back on his feet, Superman dives into the fight again. Their battle grows more intense. He unleashes his heat vision right into Tyrell's face, momentarily blinding him, then Superman flies straight into Tyrell's ship, attempting to destroy it. But it was no use. The ship was made from a rare metal resistant to Kryptonians. Meanwhile, at the military base, Clark's Kryptonian rocket suddenly activates, blasting through the roof and flying off. Back in the city, Tyrell recovers and prepares to deliver a killing blow. Any last words, he sneers. Superman answers with a single word, duck. In that instant, Superman's rocket crashes into Tyrell at full force, launching him into a building. The ship then returns to Superman. He climbs aboard and drives it straight into Tyrell's command ship. Inside, he uses his heat vision to tear through the ship's systems. But Tyrell returns, consumed by rage. He charges again, and the two clash one final time. Superman doesn't back down. Channeling all his strength, he lands a punch that sends Tyrell flying into a wrecked section of the ship, where jagged metal impales him. With his final breath, Tyrell hisses a warning, "You've won nothing. Others will come, to finish what I started." Superman escapes just before the ship explodes. At the military base, officers confirm the drills have been destroyed, but now their mission shifts to uncover everything they can about the Man of Steel. Later, back in civilian clothes, Clark is approached by the lab supervisor who offers him a job. But Clark declines. "I've got something else in mind." Now with a new look to help hide his identity, Clark returns to the Daily Planet and tells Perry White that he landed an exclusive interview with Superman. Impressed, Perry offers him a job. Sometime later, in the frozen stillness of the North Pole, Clark finds the ship buried beneath the ice. He places a hand on its surface and speaks. "Teach me who I am, and where I come from." But for now, Clark Kent has found his purpose. To be Earth's protector. To stand for humanity. To be the Superman of Earth 1. Thanks for watching. If you love multiverse stories, subscribe for new videos every week. Right here on Pages of the Multiverse.